Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns. I teach knitting workshops online, online and in person, and I sell pretty yarns. You can find everything about me on my website yarnaddict.co.uk, and you can find all my links and social media and how to sign up to my newsletter and all that kind of stuff below this video. So welcome to another Vlogtober episode. As you may be able to tell, I'm back home from Spain now. If you've been following along in the last couple of Vlogtober episodes, I've been to Spain to see my parents for a week, which was really lovely, and I'm back home now. Got back this morning. I'm very tired. I'm trying to look bright and awake. It is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've been up since 3 a.m, 3:15 Spanish time, which is 2 a.m, 2:15 a.m. British time. And I did wake up about midnight last night because I'd had quite a lot of water before I went to bed last night, which is a bad idea. But I thought as I would be getting up in the middle of the night anyway, it wouldn't matter, but I had to get up about midnight. So anyway, I'm quite tired. I flew from Alicante to Newquay Airport this morning. Newquay is my local airport, so I was actually home by 9:30, I think. Which is quite nice to be home so early. I haven't done much today, just been sitting, chilling, relaxing, knitting, watching YouTube. So I thought I would be a little bit useful and try and do a bit of unpacking and come up and just film this little bit of extra stuff for my next Vlogtober video. So thank you very much if you're joining me. I really appreciate it. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. So today I'm going to share a little bit of what I've done for the last few days in Spain. I'm going to show us all my needles, a new project I cast on, and the cowl I finished in Spain, which I don't think I said in the last Vlogtober video that I'd finished it, but I don't think I actually talked about it that much. But so I'll talk about that as well. It is, like I said, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm just trying to stay awake. So if I look a bit tired, my eyes are quite dry as well, which they do get quite dry when I'm tired. So if I'm blinking a lot, that might be why. I've also got a new stand for my phone because my old one was broken. It comes with like a fill light, which is quite good, but it was just reflecting in my glasses really badly. So I've gone back to using my old selfie light, which I'm just going to adjust slightly. There we go. So I'm trying to work out this new setup. My office is an absolute disaster. It's such a tip. So one of my priorities for the next week will be to have really good clear out here because I can barely walk in, get to my desk and get out again. And my desk is just overflowing and it's bad. Got a very busy few days ahead. Tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, I'll be working, trying to catch up on a bit of work, catch up on emails. I got some pattern writing to do. And then on Saturday I'm teaching an all-day workshop at the Knitting Hotel in Dawlish. And then next week I think I have 2 workshops and then 2.5 the week after, kind of 2 full-day ones and a half-day one the week after. So a lot coming up. For the rest of Vlogtober, I am planning to do a little bit of filming starting hopefully this weekend on the crochet blankets. If you remember back to my Vlogtober introduction post, I was saying that I was hoping to make a start on this crochet scrap blanket, where I'm going to use up some of my sock yarn scraps. So I'm planning to hopefully try and film a little bit of that this weekend. I've also sort of planned out a few knit and chat videos of some things I want to talk about. I may actually film one of those today. I'm not quite sure yet. Don't know whether I'm too tired to make much sense, but I was thinking I'm not going to get any proper work done today because I'm too tired. So I was thinking if I try and film a couple of videos, at least I'll knock a couple of things off my to-do list. So yeah, I was really busy before I went to Spain and I really needed a holiday, and I am just as busy now that I've come back. I didn't really do any work while I was away apart from knitting. I replied to a handful of emails, but I tried not to. I didn't take my laptop or anything, so I tried to relax as much as possible. weather is completely different here in Cornwall to what it was in Spain, obviously, which you'd expect because we're past the middle of October now. Quite chilly when I landed this morning. I think it's supposed to be like mid-teens, but it's quite windy and gloomy, and it was drizzling when I landed at Newquay Airport this morning. It's a little bit better here, but it's not great. Really hoping I left Alicante this morning. I was absolutely roasting at the airport this morning. On Sunday we went into Torrevieja, which is the nearest town to where my parents have their flat. They've actually sold their flat. They're leaving on Saturday for the last time, so it's quite sad. But Torrevieja is the nearest town, and normally I'm used to when we go in the summer, we go in the evening, just as the sun's setting. But this time we went in on Sunday morning, but we went in kind of like mid-morning, and it was already getting too hot. So we had a short walk around, but it was just too hot really. So the video clip that I showed you isn't too long because it was just too hot. And then we had stopped and had some late breakfast, second breakfast, some tostada con tomato, toast with tomatoes, which is very nice, and some drinks. And then we walked back to the car because it was just so hot. Sunday afternoon, just relaxed on the balcony, and I finished the cowl design, and then I started planning out a new design. So I finished this tuck stitch cowl. I'm just trying to see which way up it is. It's that way up. So I finished that tuck stitch cowl. I've actually had this pattern charted out for ages. I submitted it in a design, I don't know what it was, it might have been a cardigan or something, I think, to a magazine. That didn't get accepted, so I kind of just held on to it because I really like the stitch pattern, and I wanted a small tuck stitch pattern because I'm teaching tuck stitch. I'm teaching a workshop, might be end of next week, I'm not sure, which is half a day of brioche and half a day of tuck stitch, which is going to be quite full on. So I wanted just a small tuck stitch project that I can knit up before then. So this is what I came up with. It's knitted in the round. The pattern will be released at some point, but I don't know when. Probably end of the month, maybe. Maybe early November. If I try and hold it up close to the camera, it's knitted in 1x1 rib with these tuck stitches in the pink, and I used 100 grams of the blue, which is Monosol Uruguay Silk Blend. I think the color was called Danube, but I'm not sure. And then the pink I used, I think, about 10 grams, so not a lot. And that's also Monosol Uruguay Silk Blend, but I can't remember the colorway. I have it all saved. But so one of my jobs this week will be to write up the pattern for that. Although my to-do list this week is really long, so I'm not sure that that's actually going to happen or not, but we'll see. And then once I finished that, I immediately got started on designing something new. I did throw another couple of skeins of silk blend in my bag just as I left. I didn't think I would actually finish that cowl. I was hoping I would, but I wasn't sure I would. But it was really quick. It knitted up really quickly, considering the fact that when I arrived in Spain, I realised it was too big. So I actually ripped it out, and I've done, I think, about 50 rounds. I think it's 100 rounds altogether. So I'd done half of it, and I ripped that out, and I still managed to finish it. So I'm really pleased with that. The sun's coming out, which is wreaking havoc. Actually, not. No, the sun's not completely breaking through, but it's lightening up a bit out there, which is ruining my lighting. So I started planning I thought about doing a brioche cowl as well, because I have the, which I don't have here at the moment, I have the brioche Mobius cowl, which I really like, but it isn't the easiest design. It's okay if you've done brioche before, but if you're brand new to brioche, and you're brand new to the Mobius cast on, it can be a little bit challenging. So I wanted something that I could say to people who are doing learning brioche that will be easy and they'll be able to do it. So I spent a few hours charting it out in my notebook. I prefer to chart out brioche designs straight onto the laptop. Lace designs I prefer to chart out in my notebook, but brioche designs I prefer to chart out on the laptop. I had a couple of goes, bit of trial and error. I knitted a swatch, I worked out the maths, and then I cast on and I'll tell you in a minute what it looks like. So Monday, my parents decided they wanted a bit of a relaxing day, so I headed to one of the local beaches, which is one of my favourite beaches. I don't go very often because my parents aren't that keen on it, and Simon isn't that keen on it. So whether I go with Simon or my parents, we don't tend to go a lot. The thing I don't like about the beach is the fact that you have to walk down quite a lot of steps to get down to the beach. It's fine going down in the morning. It's not so good coming back up in the afternoon because you're coming back up at the hottest part of the day. But it is a really nice beach. I was mainly working on my socks while I was at the beach. So I brought my opal socks with me. I don't have the label now, so I can't tell you what colorway it is. But it's an opal color that I got from Spinner Yarn last time I was teaching there in September. And I had probably got to about there when I got to Spain, and then on the beach I knitted from probably about there to there where that marker is. And then this morning I did a little bit of work at the airport, so I put the marker in where I started this morning, but only did a few rounds. Actually no, I didn't do it at the airport, I did it on the plane. I mostly slept this morning on the plane. I slept for over half of it because I was quite tired, but I did knit a little bit on the plane. So that's kind of going to be a project that kind of just lives in my bag, I think. I don't think I'll get them finished anytime soon. And then I cast on for this new this new brioche cowl design, not a Mobius this time, just a brioche design. Again, I chose 2 colors of silk blend. The pink, I chose the, hang on, let me get the yarn side, the light pink, which is actually left over from this cowl. I did bring a whole new 50-gram skein with me, but I didn't wind it up because I had 40 grams left in this one, so I thought I might as well use that first. Then I chose this variegated silk blend colorway, and I wasn't sure which one to have as kind of the right side and which to have as the wrong side, so I decided to do what I did in my enchanted wrap and basically do half and half. So I did half the round with the variegated as the main color, and then half the round with the light pink as the main color. So obviously when you flip it over, that's reversed. This is the right side, this is the side that looks better. And it has a kind of chevron pattern. You can see how different it looks. So I'll talk more about that as I progress through it. But I've done, how many rounds have I done? I've done 20 rounds. When did I cast on for this? Was it Monday evening or yesterday? I think it might have been Monday evening. I worked on it quite a bit yesterday. I worked on it at the airport this morning. I didn't work on the plane home. I decided I was too tired. I've been working on it since I got home, but I've probably unpicked as much as I've knitted because I kept getting it wrong. Because half the round, so when you're working the pattern round, it's very easy pattern. It's basically the pattern round is the same every other round. But you do the black color, you do the patterning on that side, and then this side is just plain. And then on the next round, you do that one plain on this side, and then the pattern round on that side. So you're kind of working half the pattern on one round, half the pattern on the next round. So you do have to concentrate a little bit, and I didn't this morning, so I had to unpick a couple of half rounds, which is a bit annoying, but really enjoying it, and it's knitting up quite quickly. I would like to try and finish this by the end of the weekend, and bearing in mind I'm teaching all day Saturday, I don't know how realistic that is, but I'm going to give it a go. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm not sure that I can do it or not, but hopefully I might be able to do it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, a little bit longer than the last couple of Vlogtober videos, I think. I can't remember if I said this at the beginning or not because I'm very, very tired, as I may have mentioned. But I'm going to try and record a video on Sunday about the crochet stash busting blanket that I'm planning. I need to finish my swatch and actually work out how many stitches I need to cast on. So I'll try and do some videos on that. Try and see if I can film a bit on it on Sunday. And then which I'll probably then put up next week. So I would like to try and spend some of the rest of this month working on that crochet blanket. Not like full on, but just a few little bit now and then working on it. Because I'd like to make a bit of progress on it, or at least make a start on it. And then I will also try and see if I can film a little bit when I'm teaching on Saturday at the Knitting Hotel. I always say that and then I forget. But what I will do before I go is to share some yarn that came. So I had this yarn, which I'm not going to talk about a lot, arrived from Magazine Design, so I'm not going to say anything more about that. Then this yarn arrived also from Magazine Design. So this was a design that was kind of commissioned impulsively by a magazine editor at Yarndale. We were chatting to the owner of For the Love of Yarn, who was on the stall opposite me, and she didn't have any, Lisa didn't have any lace thread yarns with her. She only had sock yarns at the show, so she sent me this colorway when she came home, and it's, I think she thinks I like pink. I think she might be right. I love it. It's merino single lace. It's 800 meters, 100 grams, and the colorway is called Power Pink Splash, and it's definitely pink with a little bit of kind of purpley splashes, which look more pink on the screen, I think. So I'm really excited about that. One of my sample knitters is actually going to knit that up for me, so I'm going to wind that up tonight and post that to her tomorrow. So I need to write the pattern for that tomorrow, because I didn't get time to do that before I went on holiday. And then this arrived. That's a Spectrum Fibre. So I've signed up for a couple of advent calendars, which I'm intending to open in December. I'll share more about them when they arrive. But then Spectrum Fibre did this kind of like a half advent calendar. So instead of, the idea with the advent calendar is obviously you open a little packet every day, and this is not 24 like the other advent calendars. This is 12. So there are 12 little parcels in here. Let me just take out some posters stuck in there. So there are 12 little parcels like that. When I looked at them, because you can see the colour through there, I thought, oh, they're all orange. And I realised, I know, they're obviously wrapped in tissue paper, so you can't see the colour through. Now, because I've got 2 other advent calendars, I was actually thinking that I might open this early. And this is where I'd like your opinion on this. If I open them early, I'm probably likely to want to share it on YouTube and also on my Instagram. And I don't know how many people follow me. Have signed up to the Spectrum Fibre advent calendar. So I don't know whether I would spoil it for anyone, because I don't know whether anyone would. There's anyone who follows me who's signed up for it, and I would obviously put like a spoiler alert up first. And I'd probably just share it in my Instagram stories and then probably in my YouTube videos. So I'd put up a spoiler alert so that I wouldn't spoil it for anyone. But I do, because I got 2 other advent calendars coming, I would kind of like to open this one now. I might leave it till November and open it in November, because November can be a bit of a gloomy month, although we're away for a week and a bit in November. Going to Scotland for about 10 days, I think. So I don't know where to open it now. They've all got a number on them. So you draw out the correct number each day and open it. That's 2. And I don't know what to do, whether to open it or not. I really want to open it, because we'll have 2 others to open in December, and I think 3 might be a bit much. So I might open it early, depending on what the colours are. So I think they're 10 grams each. I don't have a. See if I can find some scales and just weigh them quickly. I think they're 10 grams. Oh no, they're 20 grams. So I think that, well, with wrapping, they're 22 grams. So I think that means the skein is actually 20 grams. So the other 2 advent calendars I've got coming are Orchidean Luxury Yarns, which are 20, I think that's 20 grams a day of the Mulberino sock base. So that's merino and silk 50-50. And then I've got Botanical Yarns, which I think is 10 grams. But I'm not sure. And that's just a normal sock yarn, I think. So I was thinking this was 10 grams. So I was thinking that would mean 12, that would give me 120, but it's 20, that's 240. And I actually have an idea for a design I'd really like to start working on, which if these are 20 grams, that'd be perfect. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm mean if I open it now? There's nothing to say I have to wait till Advent, but let me know what you think. Do you think it's mean of me in case I spoil the fun for anyone else? But if I can start working on this design next week, I might actually be able to release it in time for when advent calendars come out properly. That could be a bit of fun. So let me know what you think. But I'm being mean and not opening. I could of course just open it and not say it's an advent, but I kind of want to open it on camera. Or I could film myself opening them and not release the pictures of that till December. That's the other option. Let me know what you think. Anyway, I'm going to go and try and edit this video and do a bit more knitting and relax. I don't think I'm going to get any work done today. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I have got a few knit and chat videos coming up. I've got a few ideas that I want to record. One of them is quite a topical one on mystery knit alongs, since we seem to be in the Stephen West mystery knit along season. So I want to do a little knit and chat, tell you my views on mystery knit alongs, and also viral designs, viral designers, viral indie dyers. As in viral, I mean things that go viral, are very popular, superstar patterns, superstar designers, superstar indie dyers. I've got a few ideas, so let me know if you have any views on things like that. Do you like mystery knit alongs? Have you never done one? Never heard of them before? Are you taking part in the mystery knit along at the moment, i.e. West Knit's mystery knit along? What do you think about super popular patterns and super popular designers? Let me know what you think, and I will record that probably maybe over the weekend or early next week. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and leave me a comment below. Thank you for watching.